Do you know how long we spend as women getting ready for dates? How much money we spend maintaining ourselves?
We're going to talk about this as many times as we have to. As many times as we have to. Your maintenance, your cost prior to the date, that's all on you. That's all on you. Subscribe. Let's talk about it.
I have a new rule for myself now in dating. A guy will either call me a car or pick me up. No questions. I will ask if he doesn't offer, although he should offer. I'm noticing when people do and don't. And if he won't do it for any reason, that to me is a red flag. Least you can do. Do you know how long we spend as women getting ready for dates? How much money we spend maintaining ourselves outside of even that initial interaction? Time that we spend taking care of ourselves? The least you can do, guys, is send us a car and buy us dinner.
Time you spend in service to yourself or others has no bearing on me. Until I see your value, that's when I decide, that's when most men decide whether or not this makes any sense for me to overinvest, for me to invest at all. Essentially, that's what you're asking for. You want that upfront investment based on your own evaluation, your own valuation. You say, because it's expensive for me to be a woman. So what? So what? What does that have to do with us? But for the sake of the video, we will dive into that. We'll lean into that a little bit, and then, we'll ride ourselves at the end of that. So if it costs you money to maintain yourself, to be pretty, to get ready for the date, what type of costs are those, and how does that actually land with me? How am I responsible for any of that? If you're talking about the cost of your makeup, the cost of a dress, the cost of the shoes, all things that may already be there for you, that you already purchased. Economically, I'm not responsible for your large purchase that I'm only benefiting a sliver of that time. For instance, let's say your makeup is $200. How much of that makeup is applied to you while I'm actually in your presence? If you want to say I'm responsible for that, that is the portion I'm responsible for. Same thing with your dress. You have a $3,000 dress, whatever. How much usage have you gotten out of that dress? And the hours that's in front of me, that's what I'd be responsible for. It all becomes cheap. The shoes, the same thing. How many steps did you take in my presence while we were together? That's what I'm responsible for. You don't get to charge someone for the entire building when they're renting an apartment. When they're renting an apartment for a year, but you have to pay me for the cost, the total cost of this before you even enter. It's like in our attempt to debilitate or weaken men's position of saying, you should just pay for these things anyway. We've walked away from, hey, it would just be a nice thing. It would make me feel good. You'd get more traction with that than with saying, you're supposed to do this. Those of you that will have problems with authority, you understand. You don't like being told what to do. You don't like that some stranger is going to tell you, you should do the thing that benefits me wholesale. If you simply say, I appreciate it. I like when men do that. It makes me feel special. I'd like to feel special in a world where we're all told we're not. There, you get a lot more traction with the truth than you do with coming up with more and more asinine ways why men are responsible for your own upkeep. Listen, before we continue, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss no uploads. We're on a quest for 5,000 subscribers, so we cannot get there without you. It's going to be 5,000, it's going to be 10,000, so just full disclaimer. But besides that, subscribe, hype the video, share the video. Oh, tomorrow, Subscriber Sunday, so make sure you meet us there, 7 p.m. Central Time. We're going to have some fun. We're going to talk some topics. You get it. Besides that, membership is open on the channel. That's the greatest way you can actually support us. And of course, hype the video and share the video. So when we're leaning, right? Like we promised, we're leaning into this idea. So if we allow that, let X equal, I'm responsible for those things that you say you have to do. Your life is expensive. We never, because it's not really men's place and not really men's way, where we get online and we say how expensive life is for us. We notice only when it comes to dates, only when it comes to things that sort of interact with you, that you care, that it manages, that, oh yeah, it's expensive. You barely even acknowledge that you want $1,000 date. You just say men are supposed to be able to do it. But if we apply the very same thing and said, the reason why dates should be 50-50, or in fact, you should take us out, is because it's very expensive for me to be the type of man that you would say yes to go on a date with. Think about all the things that I actually had to accomplish. Those things that you can actually put a dollar cost on, and those things that are simply time dependent. The ability for me to speak like this right now, comfortably to this camera, to this webcam, and then essentially all of you, that took time. How much of that should you, now that you get to enjoy it during this date, how much are you responsible for? For me to be born with the potential to be 6'4", is there any type of cost associated with that? The cost of my parents finding each other, meeting each other, and having sex when they did, and then having me and then raising me and actually making sure I ate well enough to have enough nutrition so I can grow to my potential. You got any cost for that? Should any of that be put on you? My education that actually helped me to speak to this, to speak to varied topics that help foster a curious mind. It says, let me look up these things. Let me find out the truth. Let me question these things. What about the time it took me to write the book that helped me become more eloquent? Do you have to take on any of those costs? None of the schooling? No? None of the car that you said I had to have this level in order for you to be impressed? I couldn't have a Honda. You don't count those as foreign. So I had to make sure I had a Mercedes, a BMW. Any of that on you? What about the cost of my cologne? What about the cost of my clothes? What about any of those? No, you have this expectation of men are supposed to simply be that, while coming up with more and more things to say, the least you should do is pay for this. You look at your cost and you look at it monthly, you say, this is the cost of me to be pretty. That's what you like. That's what you enjoy. Similarly, the cost for me to be who I am now was built over decades in order to come here and say, I can sit across from you and I can take you out here. I can improve your life in these ways. What does that cost? Well, women shouldn't have to bear that. Okay. I shouldn't have to bear the cost of you being who you are. I should be happy to be in your presence. You should convince me of that. That's where you can see, of all those things that you've built, of all the things that it took you the time to become this type of person that now wants to sit across from me, I simply can appreciate that level of effort and care that it took for you to be who you are. Meanwhile, I'm here to show you the very same thing. That's what we're dating for. That's essentially why we're dating. But when you just do not care about the person across from you, then it's a mining operation. Then it's, how can I extract the precious minerals and resources from this ground before I leave? Before I leave this place worse than I found it. That's what dating has become now. I don't really care about you, so I have to increase my own value. I have to show you that life has been expensive for me. It's difficult maintaining this as a woman, therefore the cost should be put upon you. Yet you have no say in any of the things that I use and put on. You have no say into how I showed up to the date. If you ask the man, you say, okay, this is the different levels that I can prepare myself for this date. What would you prefer? Most of us, we don't want the dolled up version of you that you want to charge the highest price for. We want the, hey, come as you are, come comfortable so we can laugh and we joke, so we can rid ourselves of all the pretension. But you don't want that type of date. We don't want that type of date either. It sounds very professional. But look, if you disagree, let me know down in the comments below. If you see other videos on your screen, check those out. Let me know your thoughts about those in those videos. And of course, if you're listening to Sound Voice now and you have not subscribed, I think you should. Try and build something dope. I'll see you in the next one.